Number 5. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Joseph Quinn's Johnny Storm surprised me. Sure, he's still the cocky, flirty, playful guy, but his growth is undeniable. One of the coolest new powers, Johnny can absorb flames to extinguish fires from burning buildings. Not sure I've seen that before. He even rescues a child mid-flight by extinguishing just his front half while still flying with a fire blasting behind him. It's a creative twist on his abilities. And don't overlook his intelligence. He learns the Silver Surfer's language.
How? He barely has a grasp of the English language.
Of course, Reed could have cracked it instantly, but Johnny proving himself this way gives his character depth. We joked how it was an interesting show of romantic intentionality.
Shalla-Bal.
How do you know that name?
Really, as a man, can you even? His battle tactics shine too. Teaming up with Sue, who uses a refractive surface to target fire into Galactus' eyes and blind him temporarily at a safe distance to pull the switcheroo of baby Franklin. But what was most unexpectedly admirable? His maturity. He sacrifices himself for Franklin multiple times. His flirtation with the Silver Surfer is playful.
So she dumped you already?
Layered.
Johnny loves space, Johnny loves women, now there's a literal naked space woman.
Part admiration, part a challenge to make her see eye to eye with him.
Stay and help us.
It shows a Johnny who still seeks fun but has grown into a protector. Many ranked him as their favorite character in the entire movies. Number 6. Reed Richards, the mind and the burden. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards was the most skeptical casting because he'd basically been in all movies. So we understood the intention of star power casting, especially in a revival movie like this. But he didn't even shave his mustache for comic accuracy, and some argued Krasinski was their preferred choice from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But boy did he silence the critics. This isn't the Tony Stark style genius. This is the man burdened by being the smartest man alive, and it shows in his anxiety, awkwardness, and even bluntness. When Reed publicly reveals that Galactus
He asked for our child. We said no, obviously.
That's not courage. That's low EQ. He doesn't think about the PR fallout. His logic clashes with Sue's heart when he views Franklin first as the most logical, mathematical, and effective plan to give up as the crowd's demand, but also later as a bait for trapping Galactus, even though he initially denies knowing it as the best option to protect everyone from the tough decision. This tension creates some of the most emotionally raw moments in the movie, and yet Reed isn't heartless. He has a dark, almost fatalistic compassion.
I invite the worst possible thing into my head to figure out how to hurt them before they hurt anybody else.
He's seen confessing to Franklin.
I don't want you to be like me. There's something wrong with me, always has been.
Even his powers are grounded. Reed isn't stretching infinitely like the Plastic Man. I doubt he can even flatten on a wall like Elastigirl, which I would have loved to see. But when Galactus stretches him to the brink of tearing, it's horrific. He bleeds. It's vulnerable, not only cartoonish. The quiet stroller scene, Reed and Sue walking peacefully with Franklin before the chaos, shows us his humanity and also gives us a time to breathe and feel the weight of it all. He's a flawed father, a flawed husband, a flawed protector with the weight of the world on his shoulders, but one who deeply cares and despite having all reasons to give up, always finds a way. Number 7. Shalla-Bal, the Silver Surfer. I'll admit, when Marvel announced a female Silver Surfer, I too was skeptical, but Shalla-Bal worked. Her somber, doom-laden tone made her a perfect messenger of despair, echoing Bane from Dark Knight Rises with lines like,
"Return to your homes, hold your families close.
Hold your loved ones close.
I watched that scene several times.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald.
And then that space.
Galactus.
At that point, I even got goosebumps while in the cinema, something that I was trying to see if I could, and really it did happen. Her relationship with Johnny is fascinating. She frustrates the team, endlessly chasing them through wormholes, surviving lava, sabotaging the Earth's moving portals. At a point, I was genuinely annoyed and frustrated by her. I was hitting furniture because she was ruining everything. Now I knew they had got us invested in the character, the way we screamed at the TV screen at some villains of our childhood. Johnny sees through all that guilt.
They begged for mercy. You brought Galactus to all of these planets. And now...
Her redemption is bittersweet. She admits she chose worlds for destruction. At a point, she even asks Galactus that
He's just a baby.
after a response to torture, she goes through with it. In the end, she redeems herself by betraying Galactus, knowing eternal torment awaits her. Her silhouette against the silver moon, paired with the haunting score, is unforgettable. The music chosen for her origin story and her chase through space.
Scientist or astronomer.
Number 8, Galactus, the Cosmic Hunger. Now for the big one. Galactus, Ralph Ineson's Zip voice, gives him gravitas.
I was once little like you, billions of years ago.
But it's the design and motivation that elevate him. We first see only his glowing eyes, chilling, and he even moves pretty slowly so you can tell that he's huge, a giant. His full form, devouring a planet 13% larger than Earth, sets up the horror. And here's the twist. He's not just a predator. He wants Franklin to inherit his curse, the only being capable of releasing him from his eternal hunger. In the cinema, we kept making fun of a friend who decries the hunger of students in our university. We heralded our very own Galactus. Galactus isn't a villain so much as a cosmic balancing force, like an antibody for the universe, similar to the Anti-Monitor of the last set of DC animations, culminating in the Crisis on Infinite Earths. The mechanical tubes feeding him energy through the machine he uses to travel and consume worlds, reminiscent of Cloud Galactus, also make him more vulnerable than usual. A clever twist that allows the Fantastic Four to actually stand a chance. Johnny initially attacks these points in space as they are being chased, while Reed goes for the tube inlets on Galactus's back to stop them from reaching Franklin. His intelligence shines too when he almost falls for their trap, but pauses, scanning to see that they've switched Franklin's location and calls them
Clever little bugs.
something I didn't hear in the cinema. It's terrifying. He doesn't fear them. He notices them just like someone would notice ants. He throws Ben into space, is unaffected by Johnny's flames set up initially by the petrol truck Ben hurled at him. He knocks Sue out of the air as she drives the car and almost kills Reed with a unique rare show of pleasure on his face and his voice. He even makes the destruction personal, a rare Thanos moment.
I will eat your planet slowly while your child watches.
That's chilling. His eyes changed color 4 times when he looked into Sue's womb, when Johnny partially burnt them, when Sue started pushing him back, and before he was defeated by a last-ditch effort of Shalla-Bal to send Galactus permanently into space. His final defeat isn't a kill, it's banishment, which makes sense. Galactus is eternal, so he'll be back. The stakes actually did feel high because of that post-credit scene we saw at the end of Thunderbolts. We thought that the Fantastic Four would escape Galactus destroying their entire planet and enter the MCU. So they really did have us in that first half. Number 9, Humour and Humanity. Even with cosmic stakes, the humor lands. The Surfer showing up on a Halloween like the galaxy's scariest trick-or-treater is brilliant. After all, Reed had secured all threats on Earth, so the only place left was space. I bet he didn't see that coming. Ben and John's reckless banter.
Be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We're gonna be the best uncles ever.
You're handling this well. I figured you'd be locked in your lab, drenched in a panic sweat.
I had that scheduled for later.
Reed's awkward bluntness.
Who wants to see a big explosion?
There's a literal naked space woman, and Johnny thinks they had a moment.
I doubt she was naked. It was probably a stellar polymer.
We wanted to ask you something.
It is, I would like him to ask me.
It's the entire planet asking.
Well, it wouldn't be the entire planet now, would it?
Galactus, he'll eat the underpart first.
Well, regardless, why don't you butter me up? Read it on.
Okay, Mole Man.
Mole
You touch
Man.
another
I'll
piece
read
of
the mole out
That
of
is
it.
enough.
Mr. L. I didn't dress you.
Speaking of, coal lobby.
When he sees Sue.
Larry, I will tell her when I see her.
Load the car. Johnny, your girlfriend's back.
Quit screwing around! Did I tell you how to drive the ship? Don't tell me how to kill sexy aliens!
Stop calling her sexy.
Could you take us through how you defeated Galactus?
Actually, if you're an all-powerful space god, I'd like to know that sooner rather than later, if you don't mind. Oh no, you're busy peeing.
Magic baby.
Precious cargo coming through.
It's funny, but never undercuts the tension. Marvel finally found balance again. With Matt Shakman as the director, just as he did in WandaVision, he gave a compelling, gripping, and fun masterpiece. And number 10, future setups and Marvel's return to form. At the box office, Fantastic Four cleared over $500 million, making it Marvel's best performer of 2025. It outpaced Thunderbolts, which was the best of Marvel this year before, and even closely rivaled Superman, at least in its quality as a movie. The reason? Characters we care about, stakes that feel real, humor that complements, not distracts. It would have done much better, but it came at the end of the summer after mega hits like the Jurassic World rebirth of Scarlett Johansson, James Gunn's Superman, a more recognizable superhero which shared many of its strengths like a beautiful world, heartfelt messages, and a more comic leaning. Then there was F1, an unconventional renewed take on racing which focused more on the technical aspects than off the racetrack. And we can't forget Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, a great close to almost 30 years of Tom Cruise running, and the live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon, all of which I personally liked. I argue it would have made as much as some of these movies had it come earlier in the summer, but man, even I can't hit the cinema 6 times in the same season. If guys were satisfied earlier on, there wasn't much push to return to the cinema, especially after the more recent flops. And then the post-credit scene. Earlier, Latveria's missing leader, the hooded figure without a metal mask, interacting with Franklin. Doom is coming in the form of Robert Downey Jr. And suddenly, Marvel's future looks fantastic again. If you like this video and similar ones, check out our 10 Easter eggs within Superman 2025 and also 10 things you might have missed while watching Puss in Boots. Give us a like and smash that subscribe button so that you don't miss anything. And from Kampala to Earth 828, see you in the next one.